RHOA star Kim Zolciak has been accused of psychological abuse in regard to her minor children. She and her estranged husband, Kroy Biermann, share 6 kids, with 2 being in their 20s. So why has this accusation emerged? Keep reading for more details. Kim Zolciak accused of psychological abuse. In May 2023, Kim Zolciak and her husband of over a decade, Kroy Biermann, filed for divorce. They were in deep debt, and their Georgia mansion was facing foreclosure. Accusations were flung in both directions, but at the end of the day, they did attempt to reconcile. Their attempt to reconcile was short-lived, and since then, they have been battling each other, often requiring police intervention at their home. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum wanted her ex to be tested for various illnesses, while he clapped back at her. This was extremely messy, but they finally opted to call the divorce off. Now, Kroy has a special request for their 4 minor children, KJ, Cash, Kaya, and Kane. He wants sole custody of their children and maintains that Kim is psychologically abusive. In the doc filed on Friday, August 15th, Kroy requested this after he did not find the current arrangement functional. Every week, each parent has 2 children, and then they swap. The current arrangement, according to Kroy, is not emotionally conducive or healthy for their children. Not only does Kroy Biermann want sole custody, but he also wants to be able to make the decisions for the minor kids. Kroy seems to fear Kim Zolciak's instability regarding their 4 and wants what is best, which he believes is with him. Furthermore, he made a point of stating that Kim pawns the kids off on others, so she is not an active parent. Last but not least, Kroy is certain that Kim manipulates them to dislike him. Kim claps back. According to Kim Zolciak's people, they are vehemently denying any and all allegations. They claim that this is all a false narrative against the RHOA alum. Moreover, Kim states that she has been there for all of their needs, as a parent and someone who offers guidance. Kroy is allegedly just doing this as a press and power move, but Kim is not sitting quietly. Fans and followers are deeply divided over who is right and who is wrong. Some truly believe that Kim Zolciak adores her children and would do anything for them. However, many maintain that Kroy Biermann is the better parent. In the world of reality television, where fame often blurs the lines between personal life and public spectacle, few stories have the power to shock quite like allegations of abuse. Recently, a new chapter emerged in the saga of Kim Zolciak, the former Real Housewives of Atlanta star, known for her glamorous lifestyle, signature blonde locks, and larger-than-life personality. Court documents surfaced, accusing her of child abuse involving her younger children, an allegation that sent ripples through her fan base, the media, and the broader conversation about privacy, protection, and the vulnerabilities of childhood. The unsettling revelation. It began quietly, a court filing that initially appeared routine, but quickly took on a more ominous tone as details emerged. The legal documents alleged that Kim Zolciak had engaged in abusive behavior toward her younger children, accusations that ranged from neglect to physical discipline that crossed the line into harm. The specifics, still under seal and investigation, painted a disturbing picture that many found hard to reconcile with the Kim they thought they knew. Social media buzzed with shock and disbelief. Fans who had admired her resilience in overcoming personal struggles now grappled with the possibility that beneath her polished exterior might lie darker truths. The allegations prompted a wave of questions. Were these isolated incidents? Was there more to the story? And most pressing of all, what was the truth behind these accusations? A family under scrutiny. Kim Zolciak, known for her dramatic flair and outspoken personality, has long been a fixture in the reality TV realm, sharing her life with viewers who watched her grow from a young bride to a mother of 6. Her children, often featured in her social media posts, appeared happy and well-loved, at least on the surface. But allegations of child abuse strike at the heart of parental trust and safety, stirring debates about privacy, accountability, and the responsibilities that come with fame. In the shimmering world of fame, where glitz and glamour often mask the shadows beneath, few stories are as startling as the one that began to unfold in the quiet corners of a small courtroom. It was a story that threatened to tarnish the glittering image of one of reality TV's most recognizable figures, Kim Zolciak. Kim Zolciak had built her empire on the allure of a perfect life, homes filled with laughter, high-profile parties, and the unmistakable glow of a woman who seemed to have it all. Her presence on The Real Housewives of Atlanta had made her a household name, and her social media feeds painted a picture of a loving mother and successful entrepreneur. But beneath the surface, whispers of trouble had begun to circulate, whispers that soon would burst into the open like a storm. It all started with a court filing, a document that would set the stage for a tumultuous legal battle and speculation that would ripple through the media and her fan base. The filing alleged that Kim had been accused of abuse involving her younger children. The details were sparse, but the accusations were enough to ignite a firestorm of outrage, concern, and disbelief. The courtroom was a place of quiet tension that day. Reporters packed the small space, their pens poised and cameras ready to capture every moment. Kim arrived, her face an inscrutable mask, her eyes flickering with a mixture of defiance and distress. She wore a tailored blazer, her signature blonde hair perfectly styled, but beneath the polished exterior, the tumult within was palpable. As the proceedings commenced, the allegations came to light. The court documents painted a disturbing picture, claims of physical and emotional mistreatment, of children caught in a web of neglect and fear. Witnesses, if called, would describe a household where darkness lurked behind the veneer of normalcy. The accusations struck a chord not only because of who Kim was, but because of what she represented, a symbol of glamour, family, and resilience. Many fans questioned how someone so vivacious and seemingly in control could be embroiled in such serious allegations. Social media erupted with debates. Some defended her innocence, others demanded accountability. But behind the headlines, a more complex story was unfolding, one of pain, misunderstanding, and the messy reality of human frailty. Kim, in her defense, issued a statement, her voice steady but tinged with emotion. She denied the allegations outright, asserting her love for her children and her commitment to their well-being. She spoke of media misrepresentation, of her desire to protect her family's privacy amidst the chaos. Yet, the court proceedings pressed on, revealing glimpses into a life that many had only seen through a carefully curated lens. Court transcripts hinted at interviews, psychological evaluations, and the testimonies of those close to the family. Each piece of evidence added layers to a story fraught with complexity. As days turned into weeks, the case took on a life of its own. Tabloid headlines ran wild: "The Fall of a Reality Queen," or "Kim Zolciak's Dark Secrets Exposed." Public opinion was divided, some sympathizing with her, others calling for justice. In the midst of this storm, Kim found herself at a crossroads. The media scrutinized her every move, her children's faces flashed across screens, and her reputation hung in the balance. She grappled with the weight of accusations that threatened to redefine her legacy. But true to her resilient spirit, Kim refused to be crushed by the darkness. She sought support, turning to trusted friends and professionals to navigate the treacherous waters of scandal and suspicion. Her story became a testament to the fragile veneer of celebrity life and the human capacity for resilience amid adversity. The courtroom drama eventually reached a turning point. Evidence was reviewed, witnesses testified, and the truth, whatever it might be, began to emerge from the shadows. Justice, as always, sought to find its course amid the chaos. In the end, whether the allegations proved true or false, the case left an indelible mark on all involved. It served as a stark reminder that beneath the glittering surface of fame, real life is often far more complicated than it appears. As the curtain fell on this chapter, Kim Zolciak stepped back into the spotlight, wiser, more guarded, and perhaps more aware of the thin line between perception and reality. Her story, like many others, became a cautionary tale about the cost of fame and the importance of compassion. And so the shadows that once threatened to consume her gradually receded, leaving behind a story not of scandal, but of resilience, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, the human spirit can find a way to endure, to heal, and to rise anew.